right, hang on.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre.
Whoa, hey, what am I, a wizard?
Yeah, it's a lot of butter.
Hey, man.
Smooth like butter. Criminal undercover.
Man, I don't want to see none of that shit.
Nope.
Yeah, me either. Honestly, me either. Me either.
And hit me like right under my cheek.
Oh my god.
And I just no-sold the fuck out of it, even though I had this giant welt just forming right under my eye.
You're like, no, I'm fine as it's visually getting worse.
I'm sure somebody's seen it, but I just played it off like nothing.
The following podcast is scheduled for one fall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MACKDOWN Podcast. Starring any combination of the following. Introducing Mikey MacD, Mr. A.J. Mitchell, Cam, and Kimmy. It's the MACKDOWN Podcast. I am, and you know what? It's that time, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing today? It is the MACKDOWN Podcast. We are live and in color, and we're ready to rumble. Who we got on the mics today? It looks like, speaking of the mic, we've got himself, yes, Mr. Mikey Mac. How you doing over there?
Good, man. You know.
That's great. Of course, you got me, Mr. Wonderful. I'm just using that today. A.J. Mitchell, how you doing? I see Cam.
That's me. I'm here.
Aha, from, of course, Southern Parts Unknown. And, of course, we're going to round it out in any combination of the following. We've got Kimmy.
Hell yeah, what's up, guys?
How you doing?
What's up?
How you
Getting
doing?
caffeinated on this Dutch Brothers.
Yes,
as
Dutch
Mom likes
Brothers.
to call it.
Best coffee in the world.
Shout out to the free Dutch Bros today. Thank God my credit card didn't work.
No kidding.
Yeah.
We need to figure out that more often. Just how do you make it to where the chip don't work?
Oh, man. But great. So what's on the agenda for today? We got the rundown. You want to give us a quick rundown, Mr. MacD?
Well, yeah, we got a few things we're going to talk about today. Of course, we got Cam's Corner.
Yes.
We're going to introduce today in history as well. And then, of course, we got the weekly recap. And we're also going to review SUMMERSLAM, because this week, by the time we record next week, the show will have already pretty much happened. So
Exactly.
got to recap it this week. And then, after that, we'll kind of see what happens.
We'll freestyle a little bit. That's
Yeah.
great. So, without further ado, I guess we'll go to this week. We'll go to Cam's Corner. I just heard the damn rundown. I'm already forgetting it. So, Cam's Corner, let's hit it, baby. Cam's Corner. From the numbers to the streets, and even the dirt in the sheets, it's time for a message from Cam's Corner. Take it away, Cam.
Yeah. So this week, it wasn't the biggest news week in the world of pro wrestling. Couple highlights that stuck out to me. The first one is the King of the Ring tournament is coming back
Let's
in
go.
October.
I love
And
King of the Ring.
Hell yeah.
And the finals, COVID permitting, will be held in Saudi Arabia at the pay-per-view.
Boo.
Well,
Mansoor's
Mansoor's going to win, yeah. You would have to do that.
No, he can't win, man. Not a tag team right now. There's no way.
What else do you
That's
do?
what they're gonna have to bring. Corbin's got to win that, man, to get his crown back, to bring the story full circle.
It would bring it full circle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would give it up for Corbin if he got on that. All right, what else you got over there?
All indications after last night's results that Don Callis and Kenny Omega are done with Impact. So Kenny will be looking with AEW, and then he's got the match with Andrade coming up for the CMLL title.
Is it the CMLL or AAA?
AAA. It's all Mexico, bro.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to keep up.
So you really think that Kenny's gonna just be a one promotion guy going forward? It was nice for him to bring them all together.
all reports are he's beat to hell. Like his body's beat up. He looks like he's beat up. He looks like he's hurting. Like you can look at him and tell he's hurting.
He said that he was hurting in his in that AEW podcast with Tony Schiavone. Yeah, they
So what do you think? He's going to take that 90 to 60 or that 3 to 6 month step away for a quick? I mean, that's always good to step away for a little bit.
Well, I mean, and that would be a good story to come back with. Be like, hey, I was banged up. I had to take some time. I'm fresh. You know what I mean? But hey, just think what that would do for Andrade as well. If he's walking around as the AAA champion on AEW TV, I think that would kind of boost his stock a little bit.
And
Triple H. And it fits the whole like Spanish montage that he's going with right now.
Yeah,
I give it to him. Yeah, definitely.
And then Phoenix and Ray will probably turn on Pac that night and join alongside.
Right, and then Pac has now a #1 contender for that title. Gives Andrade and Pac some programs.
I think
Story writes itself.
Are we writing this right
Pac
now?
get wasted also, man. Pac's so good. Like he could be like battling Miro right now for the TNT title.
I think that's on its way because they're going to break him up from this Death Triangle shit. They're going to separate it a little bit. It's going to make a little more sense. Cause he's a lone wolf anyway, dude. Not just
bro.
I don't want to say lone wolf, but he's a loner. You know what I mean? So he's the bastard Pac.
The bastard. The bastard.
They're all another lot of indications. Ric Flair is AEW bound as soon as eligible.
I feel like that. Yeah, I felt like that's kind of
kind of given release.
So I'm just gonna put it out there then, and we don't have to be long-winded. But I mean, the whole family. You think Charlotte?
I would love that, dude. I would love to see Charlotte jump.
Charlotte has already cemented herself as the greatest WWE women's wrestler. I mean, if anything, probably the greatest women's. But for the brand she's in, the company she's in, I feel she's separated herself from the pack in bounds. So to then go full circle to make history over in AEW too, it's almost like WCW type of deal. You know what I mean? Like I honestly think she would probably be one of the only people who can go back and forth, who can say, hey, I'm gonna go to WWE for a little bit again.
Well, yeah, because I mean, we got people now like Bully on the Busted Open podcast. They're talking like, what's left for her to do against the women? Like maybe it's time for her to start walking in the footsteps that China fucking started, and then she can finish them. Go and wrestle for the Intercontinental title or the
main,
the main, dude.
Could you see her as the WWE heavyweight champion, Charlotte Flair? I mean, I would lose my shit.
If the story is right, and depending on who has the belt, I mean, you could definitely. It's pro wrestling, bro. You can.
What
do whatever you
happens
want.
if she wins the Royal Rumble, the men's?
Oh, if she was to come into the men's Royal Rumble?
That's the greatest way to do it, right there.
Yeah.
Man, I don't want to see none of that shit.
Nope.
Yeah, me either. Honestly, me either. Me either.
I'll let y'all talk. I don't want to see none of that shit.
No. This is Cam's corner. You go ahead and finish up your thought.
Yeah,
we were a little long-winded on that, but
I mean, it wasn't nothing about being long-winded. I just wanted to hear y'all side, and then my side is I don't want to see none of that shit.
No, I would rather see her go to AEW and try to establish that women's division.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if she needs to go over there and be the trendsetter for AEW, cool. Like, all go be it. But I don't want to see her.
Who would you see? And last question about Charlotte: who would you see her in a good rivalry with over there? Is it Britt, or do you see her with another female superstar?
Dude, by the time she gets over there, they're gonna have a whole different roster. So we'll see. Like, there's no way she's leaving WWE anytime soon. In my opinion,
bro. They would have to fucking figure something out with her and like.
But if you look at all the releases, like even over like the last year, like 10 of them have been female. Like it's not been a lot of females.
No way they're getting rid of Charlotte, dude.
No,
it wouldn't be their
I wouldn't
decision.
say they would get rid of Charlotte. Charlotte would have to. She'd have to be
She'd
in
have
an
to
Adam
end
Cole.
her contract. When's her contract up?
Exactly.
I
Should be an Adam
think
Cole
she's
situation.
more likely headed to Hollywood, and I've been said that.
Who, Charlotte?
Yeah,
To
like
do
she wants
what?
to do the Hollywood thing.
Just be like a power woman, play the power woman
I
role.
don't see her as.
She's
you
been
can see her
vocal about it.
You can see her as like a villain boss,
Yeah, maybe, I guess. Sure.
And
Somebody
then
call
the last
911.
one, then some sad news. A GoFundMe's been set up for Brian Knobs. He's got his health has took a turn for the worse.
Oh, no.
And they're saying is stomach related, and it looks to be terminal. So
Oh man.
kind of make that what you want. He also needs a knee replacement. So they've got a GoFundMe set up online. You can find it on all social medias to go contribute to that. And then I got in the last part, I have all the ratings for the week. Raw drew a 1.79, the lowest since they went back to touring. NXT actually had a huge jump. They're up 230,000 viewers. They had a 751. Dynamite was under a mil for the first time in the month. They had 979. It looks like that's directly contributed to the it was the season premiere of the challenge, which dominates Wednesday nights whenever it's in season. They won the 18-49 demo and the overall cable demo.
Damn.
I'm just gonna throw in there. Also, the challenge is Cam's favorite fucking show. So,
I mean, it is my show, but like I didn't even watch it live. I recorded it.
what were the numbers for the challenge? You got
Bro,
that?
it's
don't you?
smashed everything.
I could find them real quick, but they won overall and they won the 18-49 and the women demographic.
Damn.
What is the challenge?
MTV.
Real World, Road Rules, all those guys.
Oh.
Yeah, the challenge.
CT.
Damn, they're still doing that shit?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's
Right?
It's big time.
Is
now,
it the
'cause
same
nowadays-
people from like the 90s?
Same people,
Shut
bro.
up.
Well,
No,
there's
it's
a
not.
couple. Like CT's still
CT's
there.
on there.
Nani's still there. There's a
Dude, they
couple
straight up made a
legends.
career out of that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
They're
Oh,
like-
They're
Anissa-
stars, bro.
Anissa's still there.
Wow.
Anissa.
Wow. I'm shocked.
She's somebody auntie now.
Like, is this something I need to go back and watch?
I'm like, am I
Yeah.
in my child?
But I mean, but now like it's so big. They bring in like this year. It's like a They got different people from like Survivor, Are You the One, like all these different reality shows.
Shit, they had
And
that
it's,
Olympian chick on there that one year. Remember when she ran
Lolo.
up the Lolo?
Was
Oh
on
my
last season.
god.
Yeah. So Lolo Jones was on last season actually.
Damn.
She was a ringer, bro. She ran up the mountain. Yo, do you see everybody running in normal speed? And then you just like, did Sonic the Hedgehog just run up the
She
damn?
just gazelle.
like, I'm like,
She's like, I'm an
holy
Olympian, hello.
shit. She got that key and she just gone. She could have ran around the world.
So it looks like it was directly contributed to the premiere of the challenge.
Nice.
So we'll see how that looks going forward, week to week. It looks like, because I mean, even like in the spring, the challenge was #1 on Wednesday nights every week. So, and then SmackDown just came across the wire. They right now, early reports are 2.49. The final number should be around 2.6 to 2.7. It'll be the highest rated show since 2019.
I was about to say, that sounds high for them.
What about
Yeah.
Rampage? Did you check Rampage?
That probably hadn't come out
Rampage
yet.
hasn't come out because it's gonna probably be late today. With it being coming out so late and then airing later on the West Coast.
All right.
Damn, yeah, because it came out at 10 p.m. East Coast time.
Yeah,
Did?
I haven't got to see SmackDown yet. It was preempted here on the East Coast because of preseason football, so it didn't record.
Oh. Wait,
Damn.
wait, hold
So-
on. So you were telling me the truth. The Patriots did play.
Bro, yes. I will not lie to you, bro.
I would not.
Oh my god. All right, so I
sorry,
got
sorry.
so caught up in the Field of Dreams, bro. Like,
Yeah, what kind of
Yeah.
fan are you, for God's sake?
dude, I'm a fan of my Yankees, bro. That was
haven't-
heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
It wasn't even
so
a
funny.
legit match. It's like a fun, like,
Hey,
fucking...
No, that was
No, it
real.
counted.
That was a
It
good.
counted.
It
Yeah,
counted.
it did.
That's
It
super.
counted.
Oh, in their
counted.
1,027 matches
That's
they
what
have
I
in the
said.
fucking
There's like
season?
45
Dude,
fucking
you
games
just
left.
They have
Don't
plenty
get
of time to make that
it.
shit up. More
Hey,
than
they
enough
say
time.
Tim Anderson became the face of baseball after
After
Thursday
that,
night.
exactly, bro.
Hey, hey, even though you're a Yankees fan, I know it crushed you to see that happen.
Bro, I
but
cried,
dude,
man.
when he fucking as soon as he hit that ball,
He knew.
everybody in
Knew.
that whole anywhere around that area knew that bitch was
Knew.
gone. They
See-
all ran on the field and
See,
shit.
and here's the deal. Judge hit.
Bro, it was
Judge
the
went
most watched
first.
baseball game in 15 years.
Yeah, Judge went
They're
first.
gonna make that a yearly thing.
So
watch.
Judge went first. Judge killed it. Judge killed it with the 2-run. And then Stanton right behind. Oh my god, dude! When Stanton hit the home run, dude, I screamed so
Like,
loud.
that's
We
it,
went
game
up.
over.
Game over, bro. And Britton comes in, and I'm like, please don't throw the breaking ball. Please don't throw the breaking ball. What does Britton do? Crack! Leaves it right over the plate. Yo, as soon as he hit it, I'm just like, yeah, okay.
I mean,
Anyway.
be better.
Ooh.
Hey, true fucking statement.
Anyway, Cam's Corner.
But yeah, that's all I have for you with the ratings. And Mike, I'm gonna go try to find those challenge ratings for you real quick while Kimmy goes on with her
Week in history.
Today in History segment.
Yeah, today in
Today
history.
in history.
Today.
In
Wrestling
History.
Today in history, guys. Hell yeah. So, today is August 14th, 2021. So,
Correct.
in this day in 1999, Sting was defeated by Sid Vicious at the last ever edition of WCW Road Wild.
Wow.
What'd you guys think of that Road Wild pay-per-view? I
I
dug
don't
it.
remember.
I liked it because it was different than anything you had seen on TV up to that point in a wrestling environment. But dude, it was like brutal, bro. Because the motorcycles were loud.
It was a financial killer to the company because it profited nothing.
Nothing, right?
No,
yeah,
they paid. They had to pay like a shit ton of money to do that.
Well, the company paid, but you didn't have to. All you had to do was be on Harleys, right?
Yeah, it says free event held in Sturgis, South Dakota during the annual Sturgis Motorcycle Rally.
Yeah, so they just tried to capitalize off of the fucking
merch.
All the people that were there at Sturgis.
Try to get merch
and then just sell merch. Yeah.
All right, Kimmy, go ahead.
Hey, we got a couple
We
birthdays
got a couple
today.
of birthdays.
Oh yeah, fucking birthdays. So Kofi,
Hey.
Kingston.
Kofi, happy birthday,
Fucking-
one of the goats.
It's the big 4-0 for him, so
Kofi
even more
Ooh,
so.
the big 40.
Big 40.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And then Bob Backlund as well.
Bobby Bob. Yeah.
Bob Backlund.
The 2 or 3-time WWE champion.
Like the most fit 70-year-old of all time.
Of all time.
Dude, he's the only one that was able to do the Iron Sheik's drum, the barrel. Anyway.
And it would have also been Bobby Eaton's birthday as well. Today.
Rest in peace,
Rest
Bobby.
in peace, Bob.
Bobby, we miss you. We celebrate you.
Oh, Bobby.
And that's today in history, huh?
Yeah, that's
That's
today
it,
in
man.
history, man. You guys.
Today in wrestling history.
Hell yeah.
Today in wrestling.
Today in wrestling.
Today in wrestling.
Today.
From Raw to Rampage, it's your weekly wrestling recap.
We're going to kick it off with Monday Night Raw. Drew McIntyre beats Baron Corbin. Karrion Kross wins against Jeff Hardy because, they got to get that rematch in there. Alexa Bliss beats Doudrop with a roll-up. Sheamus headbutts Ricochet for the win. Damian Priest defeats John Morrison. Ali loses to T-Bar. And Reggie escapes with his 24/7 title, doing some gymnastics in the back. Fucking jumping all over everything. Rhea Ripley faces Nikki ASH, but loses by DQ, caused by you-know-who. Charlotte. Randy Orton beats AJ Styles, and then Riddle gets RK Broad. That's it for Raw, and on to Mike for NXT.
All right, NXT, we got Dakota Kai defeating Saray, even though Saray tried to kick her fucking head off. Like, that's ridiculous
legit.
dropkick. LA Knight defeats Andre Chase. Gigi Dolan defeats Amare Miller. Sorry if I fucked that name up. Odyssey Jones defeats Trey Baxter to advance in the breakout tournament. We got Boa defeating Drake Maverick with some Muda spit shit. And then we got Pete Dunne defeating Ilja Dragovic, the number one contender for the United Kingdom Championship. That's all for NXT. Let's go to Cam with AEW.
So, AEW came on Wednesday, August 11th, had a righteous crowd in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh always has a live crowd there. Started the show, had the Elite defeat Dante Martin and the Sydal brothers. Darby Allin, I feel like wrestles every single week. Wrestled Daniel Garcia. The Hardy Family Office defeated Best Friends and Wheeler Yuta. Chris Statlander defeated Nyla Rose. Good Brothers defeated Dark Order for the Impact titles on AEW. I have no idea, again, why they're on AEW. And then Chris Jericho defeated, he carried Wardlow in a match and is going on to labor number 5, which would be the obvious MJF. And over to AJ to round out the week with SmackDown and the new AEW Rampage.
Friday night was an interesting night in wrestling. We had a lot of new things happening, including Nakamura becoming your new Intercontinental Champion as he beat Apollo Crews in what to be is a classic Intercontinental Championship match. The Street Profits went over as they defeated the Alpha Academy. The Mysterios defeated the Dirty Dogs after a quick roll-up by Dominic. Kevin Owens has now officially stopped Baron Corbin from all his borrowing and banging as he has defeated Baron. But Baron, what does he do? He steals the Money in the Bank, and we'll have to see where that goes from there. That's your Friday Night SmackDown recap. On to your AEW Rampage recap and its brand new show. We had a brand new Impact Champion as Christian becomes your Impact World Champion, defeating Kenny Omega with a great move on a steel chair. Miro defeats Fuego del Sol to retain his TNT title, but an emotional Sammy Guevara still gives Fuego that AEW contract. And of course, Britt Baker, hometown girl, Britsburg, she defends her women's title against Red Velvet, who definitely wasn't red that night because she tapped out. And still champion Britt Baker. That's your AEW Rampage recap. Back to you in the studio.
All right, that was the weekly recap. I liked it. What'd you guys
Hell yeah,
think?
my
Hey,
dudes.
what'd you think?
That fucking went smoothly.
I liked it.
Yeah. So, what'd you guys think of this week in wrestling? I mean, we'll kick it off over to you, Cam. What'd you think? You can just sum up the whole week. Anything that you felt stood out to you?
I don't want to be negative Nancy, so no.
Oh, please, wet blanket moment.
Wet blanket, here we go. I mean, Raw was a chore.
As always.
NXT was still in that transition. I mean, Dynamite was all right. I just don't I understand the inner workings with the different companies, but bro, you got so much talent in catering, and yet we getting. Well, real quick, what stood out to me is I like the Good Brothers. I think they have charisma. Podcast is hilarious. But, bro, they came out to crickets. And then they won. And there was more crickets. And I'm just like, I think
everybody's confused. I think they're the same way where it's like, why? I mean, I get the Impact thing, the crossover and all that, but there's really not a lot of story between those two teams.
I need to also... I was very harsh and critical in the Hangman Page booking, but he is taking time off because he's got a baby on the way. So I guess the booking makes a little more sense for me right now.
Okay.
But if you knew he was taking time off, don't get our hopes up and push him that hard.
Well, see, maybe they didn't know he was taking time off. Maybe
he said that had been the plan.
Oh,
I don't mind it though, because honestly, it kind of keeps him. It kind of keeps him in the spotlight a little bit. You know what I mean? Because they're not really. Because we know as soon as he comes back, he's going to be #1 contender. You know, and Kenny's obviously still going to be the champ. I feel like that's the only way Kenny's going to get that belt off of him is Hangman. And it just because they were the tag team champs, and then they split, and he bounced from the Elite. You know what I mean? So they could all bring that back full circle. And I'm 100% cool with the long-term storytelling because it's been what now, dude? Almost 2 years, right? Because Hangman was in the match with Jericho for the very first AEW championship. You know what I mean? So he's got that to hang his hat on, and tag team champions with Kenny, and then I feel like it'll be full circle. And when it happens, what did $1 Million Man say?
Everybody's got a price?
No. Yeah. He told Austin, he said, you know, when you're over, you're going to be fucking mega over. Like, when you get over, that's it.
You're over forever, baby.
You're over forever, yeah, dude. And I think that's where Hangman's headed. So I like the direction.
As far for me, I will say AEW, I did like Don Callis when he was talking to Christian. And he's like, yeah, you're a great wrestler. Like, I love your finishing move. Like, I can't wait for Kenny to kick out of it.
And he damn sure didn't.
Dude,
No, he didn't either.
That shit was funny to me.
I gotta say, yeah, Friday probably was the peak of this week's wrestling. The rest of the week kind of just, like Cam said, kind of progressed. It was there. It was wrestling.
Speaking of Friday, did you feel anything lackluster between Roman and Cena? Did that come off to you as like kind of underwhelming at all? It did for me just a little bit.
A little bit, but Cena is always going to do what Cena does. And Kimmy, as we were watching, Kimmy noticed that I had made a comment, an anti-Cena comment, when I'm like,
what? Hang on.
Yes. Yes. AJ made a very, and it was a true statement. I mean, it was definitely true. Cena's.
This is what Cena said.
His heart hurts so much to even acknowledge this.
Cena is the barrier. Cena is the real Undertaker when it comes to putting someone down. In the sense that it's almost a bully. You know what I mean?
Is he putting somebody down, or are they just not on his skills on the mic?
Well, it wasn't even
it's
that.
It's a little bit of all of that.
It's not so much. Okay, it's a difference between you calling somebody out. I don't mind him saying, I'm going to beat your ass, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But when you start saying, you're protected, and then, he started going into that whole...
He's stating facts.
But that's the pot calling the kettle black, though, bro.
Very, very much so.
Well, what John Cena actually said was that Roman is the best chance that WWE's got.
Yeah, he basically shit on the
Yeah.
entire...
He shit on the entire roster.
Were we allowed... I ain't saying Cena's Roman's dead, but were we allowed to do what our peers did? Hell no.
No.
So...
No, and that's it.
Cena's on a different set of rules than everybody else. But,
Right.
I mean, when you're...
Just like when Rock came back. He was,
Right.
he was not PG when he came back
So
at all.
I don't think it's him burying him because literally, like, I haven't got, obviously, like I said, I haven't got to see it, but everything I've literally read is like the promo segment was incredible between the two.
It was definitely better than Roman's first try. That's for sure. I gotta say Roman stuck to what he knew and stuck to like what he does best. He's like, you know what? I'm not gonna sit out here and chastise with you on the microphone because that's not where it's really at.
Yeah, you're beneath me, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
you're wasting
y'all
my time
think-
even being here.
He's like, are you done? Are you done? The same old stuff? Okay. So when SummerSlam happens, I'm going to stack you. I'm going to smash. When he said, I'm going to smash you, I cried. It was like, whoa.
well, yeah, they're talking dick jokes and what,
like,
sex positions.
Yeah, he's like, missionary. I'm going to smash you.
Hey, he said that shit. He's like, 20 years of missionary may have been good for you, but it wasn't good for Nikki Bella.
Yeah, when he said that, bro, yes, he
We
could have.
both was like,
Yeah, because you seen Cena's
shit.
face was kind of like, I didn't think that was going to go over so well. Like, I know
mean, he
Cena knew
dropped-
he was going to say it.
But he dropped Seth and Dean in his promo, right?
Yeah,
so I
he
mean,
did,
like
sure did.
it seemed like nothing was off limits.
He said you
ran
almost
Dean
ruined
out.
Seth.
He said you ruined Seth and ran Dean out of here.
He said you almost ruined Seth and you ran Dean Ambrose out of town.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like that's what we want, though. So, like, if
Yeah,
that's
I
what we've
agree.
been wanting from WWE,
It felt
why
fresh.
are we critiquing what we want?
No, I was just happy. I was just happy to see, honestly, Roman pretty much stand there. I mean, when he said you and those bars of soap in your mouth, I cried.
Oh my God.
Like Cena was cutting
Dude,
ass.
I was laughing too when he was talking about, oh, you know what? Roman Reigns, he is going to kick my ass and blah, blah, blah. And then Paul Heyman's going to be standing in the corner with the belt. And he was literally doing this.
Yeah.
And then he's just like, he kind of brings it down slowly. Like, what the
He's
fuck,
like
man?
that
You're kind of
grease-
calling me
He's
out?
like the grease ball puppet or something like that.
That shit was on.
Do y'all think it would be a better thing if it was Cena versus Paul on the mic, and they just let Roman be quiet?
No,
No.
because Paul and Cena, that's a different program right there.
Yeah.
And Paul would I think Paul would murder him.
No way.
Roman's
It would
not
be-
having
No,
Nobody's ever gonna. We can say what we want, bro. Nobody will ever ruin Cena on the mic ever.
Well, plus, dude,
It's not happening.
Paul's a businessman. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
He's not
talk-
gonna. He's not gonna top Cena just because.
I don't know. I think
it's
Paul
not
would
his
say
place.
some fucked up shit.
Oh
to
yeah,
him.
no, he would definitely go in
Yeah.
for sure.
Right.
But he's
okay,
not gonna get the better.
But if you
know what I
if you
mean?
really let Paul shoot and Cena shoot,
Oh god.
neither one of them are gonna fail. Like
Yeah.
neither
Yeah,
one
exactly.
will fail.
There's somebody's gonna have to punch somebody in the face to
Yeah,
stop
basically,
that.
like it's gonna go on forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for the match. John Cena finally acknowledged like this is history making if I win this. It's 17-time champion.
He
so
said you're gonna be a question on a you're gonna be an answer to a trivia question.
wah wah wah.
Does he win at SummerSlam? Oh, hold that for the SummerSlam preview later.
Yeah. I mean,
Rampage, I really thought with opening the show with Christian winning the Impact title was pretty big.
It made
did
no
like that.
sense on multiple.
See, but
Oh, listen to that man.
oh.
Listen to that
See,
man.
even
over
the
there
puppy
wants to-
Yeah.
disagreed with you. Even the puppy disagreed with you. Like, why would you say that? Why would you say that, Cam? No,
It didn't make sense, and it was two people wrestling for a title
Okay,
that wasn't
yes.
their company.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't agree with Christian being the first person to pin Kenny Omega in a fucking year. I don't, and then did y'all see the bump Kenny took on the chair, bro?
Yeah,
like
he
I
did.
mean, he took
Yeah.
that shit
Flesh. He took it flesh.
stiff as hell.
He took it
Yeah, he
flesh
did.
on that
Dude,
chair.
Christian just took that chair and was like, "Yup." We just fucking.
Just
See,
tossed
see,
it.
but here's the deal. I honestly don't mind it being Christian because there's lineage in his history there. Plus, on top of it, I honestly think that if Christian is now going to go on Impact, I might actually start watching Impact. I'm going to actually start. I told Mike about this as well. So starting this week, weekend when I get back home, I'm gonna watch Impact from last week. I'm gonna watch Impact from this week because there's a new champ, and I'm gonna put Impact down in the recap. I'm
All right,
officially
so
gonna do Impact on the recap.
We'll give you
the Impact report.
Yeah,
I will have
be
an Impact.
You'll
report.
have the Impact zone.
There was
gonna
only
say-
100. There was only 100,000 people that watched it.
Well,
on
there's
X's,
going to be
so-
100,001 watching it next week. Okay.
I am interested by their women's champ. I will admit.
Yeah, that's well.
Oh,
no, that's and
Deanna Purrazzo?
Deanna's a beast. Nah,
Yeah.
I ain't hating on Deanna. Deanna's
No, that's what I'm saying
Yeah,
though.
but-
That she like her presence when she came over and was kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, who is this?
and
Okay.
just to touch on something real quick for you, Cam. I'm gonna explain why they keep having all these other titles wrestle on their programming.
okay.
And
I
NWH.
would get it,
Go ahead.
but they have bro. They talk about WWE hoarding talent, bro. They're really hoarding talent, and ain't shit being seen on TV.
Well, here's the deal. They are, as it's said in what they're called, All Elite Wrestling, right? They're gonna feature all of the elite talent that they can find around the world.
Yeah.
Every champion from around the world, every promotion from around the world, if it's relevant, you're gonna see or hear them featured on their product. I like that concept.
Well, dude, you're about to go watch fucking
Now
Impact
I'm
just because of that. You know what I mean? It's
Exactly, because I want to see where that goes from there. I'm actually
Right,
I'm
so
actually
tell me
also
this.
interested in watching NWA as well now.
Okay, so you put Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky together, right? You push it. Where the hell are they? But we're getting the Good Brothers on TV.
Okay.
That's not All Elite, bro. That's another company. That's Impact's tag champs.
But at the
Exactly.
same time, like, I kind of do like the fact that they're not putting people on. Well, they are putting certain people on TV every week that I don't agree with. Like you said, Darby. Like, he can get off my fucking TV screen.
See, but that's the Sting thing, and Darby's probably
that's
selling
my
merch. That's
personal-
your personal right.
Yeah, because like if you look at the numbers, he's selling a fuck ton of merch. You know what I mean? And when he's on TV, the ratings are up. And I mean, I get it. Sting's also there, so it's hard to really distinguish. I personally don't like him, but the fans fucking dig him. So who am I to say?
right, and you can't please 100% of the people. Like I was definitely anti-Cena all through the run. I was like, enough. He goes away, and I'm like, oh, wait, hold on, no. And it's more I started to. It's almost like the whole Hogan Warrior thing. How I was big on Warrior. Hindsight being 2020.
Then you grow up.
Yeah, and I realized Hogan was the man. Hogan was the greatest worker of all time. You know what I mean? All day.
Says Kevin Nash.
Since Kevin Nash and AJ Mitchell as well.
sneak that right in there.
All right, so besides that, would you have anything to think about the Miro?
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're kind of contradicting themselves when they say in AEW this is that they're using the rankings system and
Like wins and loss matter.
Wins and losses matter, all this shit, and like we're gonna be sports based, blah blah blah. So like that whole presentation that they've said that they were gonna do, they really have not stuck with it any way, shape, or form. Because why the fuck, dude, is Fuego del Sol 1-39 getting the fucking TNT title match, and it's for his contract, which whatever, dude. They had to make some stipulation, but
that was way above
Why-
and beyond.
I mean, maybe that's why it's a contract match. Like, you need to get a win, or you're fucking
Yeah,
out
but-
of here.
but that's
like,
what
you're-
you give
But
him,
he
though?
still got
Right.
the contract. So
But he still got the
Still
contract.
contradicts everything that they
Again,
were saying.
yeah, it's exactly. So
stupid.
like I like the direction AEW is going for sure, but they definitely keep going off road here and there, which
Sometimes too far in the weeds.
Yeah.
You have Miro walking around. You don't have any contender for him right now.
bro, there's plenty of contenders for him.
Okay,
but
No,
Give-
you
can
know
you
why
give me
there's no
three?
contenders?
Give me three
You know why
people.
there's no contenders? Because everybody's in the gang wars. Because they're all in the fucking
So
faction.
could you give me three people that you guys could think could step up right now and have
Sammy
each other
Guevara, Pac, and fucking I don't want to say Andrade because Andrade's going to be fighting Kenny, but well, those two for sure for me that I can think right off the top of my head that would
Okay.
fit right in the program.
I think personally Brian Cage could move over to that. Let them two.
No, he's dealing with the FCW belt.
Yeah, fuck that, bro. Like,
I'm not a fan of Cage anyway.
well,
So.
neither am I, but I think let them beat the hell out of each other. I think that'd be pretty. I'm not gonna lie, Lance Orchard needs to get back into that.
He's the fucking IWGP US champ
Oh,
now.
that's right.
So he's
Damn, I
that's-
kept forgetting that promotion's titles mixed into.
yeah,
AEW.
dude. Yeah.
But it was
love
an
it all.
okay week overall, I think. Okay week overall.
Yeah, I would grade the week of wrestling a solid I give him a solid B.
See, I was gonna also just bring up the Intercontinental title situation. I was just gonna say Nakamura got his title back. That is his championship.
That is his championship,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
Every time I see that title, I think of him.
Yep, that was his. He debuted it.
Where do you think they go with Apollo from here?
Down the card, bro.
Hopefully, all the way. Hopefully, him and Drew can have a feud together. How about that? On main event.
They've officially reached your bottom of the card list.
Yeah.
He's making a bottom of the card list. That's this.
Bro, he never was on my card.
Put him with Cesaro.
Oh,
The disrespect on Mr. B's behalf.
I mean,
I
they're not
don't
good.
personally feel it.
wah. Oh. That's all, kids. But yeah, that's all I was going to bring up, the Intercontinental title.
Well, not to mention, like you said last night, dude, we figured out there's no Intercontinental Championship match on SummerSlam, dude. That's blasphemy in the wrestling gods,
dude,
bro.
How many matches have featured on SummerSlam? I can't even say it. I'm just
So many.
so many iconic.
Iconic. Yeah, pinch poke. Goddamn.
Iconic.
I almost wore
Shout
that
out to them
shirt today.
girls.
God damn it! I should have.
Yes.
It would have been apropos.
Apropos.
Wow.
Yes, but yeah, no IC title match on a SummerSlam card is blasphemy.
Yep.
Vince, I know you don't really dig the IC belt,
We care about it,
but
Vince.
we care about it, Vince.
We care about the IC title, Vince.
Just do a poll.
We don't care about that. I see.
No, not that. Right,
Keep
right.
it real.
Look, I care about the history and the
Okay,
lineage
right.
of the
Just
Intercontinental
take it back to the
Championship.
white one. Just give us back what we want.
Even go to the Oval. That's fine too. I'm cool with that.
Could you imagine the oval on white?
Oh, that would actually
That'd
probably
probably
look pretty
nice.
sweet.
Well, that's a perfect segue, guys. Let's get into the SummerSlam review.
It's the SummerSlam review, brought to you by
Nobody.
The
Ourselves.
MACKDOwn.
MACKDOwn Podcast. Make sure you subscribe.
So let's go around table and let's do some predictions for SummerSlam. Huh? All right. So first match, we got Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. We'll start with Cam because I'm left-handed and you're to my left.
Drew.
He said Drew's gonna win. Mr. AJ.
Yeah, Drew. Come on.
Drew. Everybody, is that unanimous?
If Jinder wins that,
Kimmy?
why?
Drew's mom.
Drew's mom?
Oh, the sword.
The sword.
That's his mom?
He named it after
he named
his
it
mom.
after his mom.
He's like me and what the fuck are what is her name? Not to
Oh shit. I feel so bad.
I'm like,
What
trying
is
to
it?
look
What
up.
is her name? Oh god.
Mom?
That's her name. That is her name. All right, so unanimous. Drew's gonna win, right?
Okay, Drew.
knows.
Yeah, I'll say Drew.
I might change my answer to his mom.
Are you gonna? Oh yeah.
Yeah. He'll just lay the sword on top of him.
Wait.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So moving on here. Next match, we got Edge versus Seth Rollins.
I think this is going to be the best match of the night.
Same.
And I think Edge is back to build people and solidify them. So with that said, give me Seth.
All right. Cam takes Seth. AJ, who you got?
Sorry about that.
I got a curb stomp and a 1, 2, 3.
Kimmy.
Yeah, I picked Seth Rollins as well.
And I'm going to rephrase that. I have a stomp because you can't call it a curb stomp. I got to be politically
So
correct.
so everybody's. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm going with Edge.
Oh,
Yeah, of course you are. On this day.
the lone wolf.
I'm
You
gonna
would.
go with Edge. Yeah, I'm the lone wolf on this one here, and the reason why I say that is because everybody thinks Seth is gonna win this match. So I feel like WWE likes that
swerve.
little swerve, and if they want to tell that story a little bit longer, they can push Edge and Seth. I mean, we're never gonna not want to see Edge and Seth. You know what I mean? So
Seth or Edge
even
Light.
even if they took that shit to Mania, you could definitely do that. So all right, so that's my
Edge light.
That's why I picked Edge. So moving on. So the next match we got our first championship match. We got United States title, Sheamus versus Damian Priest. Sheamus is coming in as the champ. Cam.
I'm ride or die with Sheamus, bro.
I will agree with you, Cam.
I chose Damian Priest. Shake it up a bit. I think his promos have been pretty good lately. We'll see what he does.
I also am going Damian Priest.
Ooh, we got the split.
For the
Hey,
US.
I'll say this though. Damian is about the only person really taking steps forward with his character development, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do like.
Him and Omos.
Yeah. Damn, that's not even on the fucking card either.
Yeah, what is up with that? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
What up with that?
Okay, so we got it split.
I think we'll get some answers Monday night.
Yeah, that's possible. So we got that split, so it's 2-2.
Yep.
Next match, we got our first tag team, well, our only tag team title match. We got the Usos as the champs versus the Mysterios for the SmackDown titles, tag titles. What you got, Cam?
Usos.
That's me as well. I picked the Usos also.
Yes.
I think that's a unanimous decision.
Uso.
I feel like they're building something towards like animosity between
Ray.
Dominic and Ray. Yeah, because he keeps like pushing the dad thing, like, "Hey, you got to this, you got to that." And
He's gonna be like, "I'm all grown up now, Dad.
you can't fucking tell me what to do.
My 619 is inverted. It's 916.
I'm too big to be doing a 619, but I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah,
Well, he does do that frog splash after for Uncle.
that fits for him.
Yeah, that does fit for him. I like that.
Yeah, I don't like the 619. Better for small guys, in my opinion, because they're more.
It's raised.
Shit, but Cesaro did it.
Yeah.
Swiss 19.
Does he?
Oh, my god, that's probably exactly what it was.
That is what it was. The Swiss 19.
All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. Next, we got the Triple Threat Raw Women's Championship. We got Nikki Ash coming in as the champ. Excuse me, Nikki ASH
Yep.
versus
Almost.
Charlotte versus Rhea Ripley. Cam, take it away.
Unfortunately, man, I think it's gonna be Nikki Ash.
I agree. I think Charlotte and Rhea are gonna kill each other, and almost a superhero is gonna snatch it up.
Well, I chose Charlotte.
In my heart, I'm with you, Kimmy.
Yeah, I
In my
know.
heart.
I know. I kind of went with my. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because I know that they're really trying to push that right now. So, like, I get it.
I get it.
But do I want that? No.
Yeah, because this
Nobody
match is
wants to see Nikki Ash on our TV.
disrespect.
That's not true, bro. Look at the ratings. It's that crowd.
Do you think they're piping in any crowds?
Of course.
100%.
Oh, okay.
They do that even when they're not cheering. Or when they are cheering.
100%.
So we got Cam's got Nikki, AJ's got Nikki, Kimmy
Charlotte.
picked Charlotte. Man, since this is a triple threat, I'm gonna go with Nikki as well, which means that Rhea's gonna have to be the one that gets pinned. All right, next match, we got Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg for the WWE title.
And before you even answer this, just a little backstory on this. You know, we got the Big E complex here. Some people are thinking there's a Big E complex here. So
That's some people is me, by the way.
keep that in mind with your answer. And if you feel like the Big E complex is a part of your math equation, please show your work. With that being said, Cam.
I think Lashley walks out with the belt, no cash in from Big E.
I'm going to second that motion and agree with you, Cam. I believe that is going to be the case.
Okay.
I'm writing that down.
So, yeah, Bobby Lashley as well. I think he retains.
With no cash in attempt or anything?
No, I don't think so.
All right. All right, Mike.
All right, so that leaves me. So right now, everybody's got Lashley. So I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I'm taking Goldberg. As I write that down, sorry for the
you're
pause.
taking Goldberg?
I'm taking Goldberg, and here's why. Because Big E, you said show your work, AJ, so I'm fucking showing my work.
Okay.
So Big E said Goldberg is his favorite wrestler. Like, if you listen to the podcast, big old meaty men slapping meats, that's his thing. And Goldberg is like, that's what he said.
Quote unquote.
So
Hey, only he can say that and get away with it.
hey, yeah. So that's his favorite wrestler is Goldberg, right? So if he's, they're wanting to push him, right? And I'm not saying that they would do this, but sometimes WWE will surprise you with these feel-good moments. So what if Goldberg wins, and then Big E basically comes out and basically goes, yo, I'm challenging you. Like, he's not going to cash in on him right then and there. He'll do it like, he'll man up and just say, hey, here's the fucking date. Here's when we're doing it. I'm cashing in on you. Because that's his favorite. Big old meaty men's slapping meats. You know what I'm saying? He talks that shit into fucking existence. I'm just saying, you heard it here first. So that's why I'm picking Goldberg. So long-winded answer there.
You
we
showed
drove
your
right off into the weeds.
No, you showed your work. So,
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
that was what
You
was,
done what was asked of you.
I hope something of that nature could possibly happen, especially with potential feud with Bobby Lashley and
The Bobby Lashley would make great sense as well.
Well, a Bobby Lashley Big E feud.
Yeah.
That could potentially go to Survivor Series. Well, no, Survivor Series. I don't know what they're doing for Survivor Series. If they're doing the brands or if they're going to do...
NXT will not be a part of it, I guarantee it.
But
So.
at least Rumble, you can have Big E versus Bobby Lashley for a title.
I mean, that would fit right in, too, because Bobby Lashley basically just beat the shit out of Xavier and goddamn...
So it would be a nice little...
Or, Kofi.
Kofi,
Sorry,
yeah.
Kofi, it's your birthday. My
Yeah,
bad.
Happy birthday, Kofi, once again. So yeah, I can see that. But yeah, Bobby Lashley retains over Goldberg is probably what they're going to go with. So
I hope so. I hope... Look, I hope so.
Okay.
But
you see the plan B.
I see what's going on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I could see what's going on. Anyway. Are we good? Moving on?
Yeah.
All right, next we got the women's SmackDown title. Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Sasha
Give me
just...
Bianca. It's Bianca, and I think this is the end of the feud.
Oh. Really? Okay. All right. AJ?
So in my heart, I want Sasha to win it. She got her posse with her. You know what I mean?
The new formed stable.
Yeah. No name yet. You know, the glitter patrol, as Kimmy said. Look at my glittery outfits. They were balling. I ain't gonna lie, they were balling. I'm kind of torn here. I'm not gonna lie. This is where Kimmy's music would come on. but no, I am definitely kind of torn here with this because I do want Sasha to win, and I went with Sasha. However, I can see Bianca retaining. You know what I mean? Just because it's new and they're trying to get Bianca over. Sasha can have the loss. You know, Sasha bounces back from losses better than anybody else, just like Charlotte and the rest. She's reached that level. With that being said, I'm probably going to change my answer now. I'm going to go with Bianca. Like I said, I have Sasha here. That's who I want. It's one of my Charlotte Sasha at the end of the night. I would love that to be like the final picture. Charlotte holding the title, Sasha comes out. They just like look at each other, both hold the belts up, and to be like, just throw it up there real quick. Just to keep a little, and I threw up the 4 for the people who can't see what I did. But that'd be a nice little start.
Okay. So you're taking Bianca?
I'm taking Bianca for $200, Alex. Yeah.
All right, Kimmy.
Well, I'm going to just, as much as your guys' statements have slightly trying to like sway my decision, I initially picked Sasha. So I'm just going to go with that.
Okay. All right. I, too, am going Sasha.
Okay.
Because I think that this feud is going to continue because what else are they going to do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bailey's gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, what else are they going to do? They're going to have to...
Yeah.
And the last contender was Carmella, right?
Yeah, and then they're in the stable now with Sasha.
Yeah, so they're
and then
little
it was Zelina.
sidekicks. Yeah.
And Zelina as well. So I think that Sasha wins. This continues the story, and baby faces are always better on the chase. So
Who else do you have? Who else do you have on the SmackDown Women's roster that's actually up there right now, contender-wise?
Liv, I think Liv is there, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where the fuck are they? And the what's her face?
Dude,
And the what's her face?
I'm going to disrespect somebody.
I
'cause
can't remember her name right off the top of my head. Is she on SmackDown
What
though?
about Naomi? Isn't Naomi on? No, Naomi went to. Wait, I don't know.
She's
No,
blonde.
she's on SmackDown.
And she's blonde and kind of stocky. You know?
Oh, Dana?
Dana Brooke?
No.
Mandy?
Nope.
Natty?
Nope. It's that's what I'm saying. I don't know if she's on SmackDown. She's foreign, like from another country.
Oh, Tony Storm?
Yeah.
I think she's on Raw. No,
okay.
She's
No.
on SmackDown.
Well, yeah. her.
Cam texted Tony Storm too. That was
Okay,
hilarious.
Cam.
He did step away.
And then he did it again.
He's
yeah.
listening though.
He's listening. He is listening. We're his entertainment right now.
He's
Probably
like the
anybody
fucking
only.
Wizard of Oz right now, just coming in from the background of like
Well, I'm just gonna
information.
keep it up. I'm just gonna keep it up.
Yeah, there you go. Because then if he texts his opinion, we can go ahead and throw it out there.
So I
for him.
got you, Cam. You keep going.
Tony Storm.
right,
That's,
so-
who,
So Tony
that's
Storm?
who I think. Because I was like,
Okay.
if she's on SmackDown, Tony Storm totally.
So,
Yeah,
so
I
then
agree.
you would
That's
have to have a Tony Storm. Tony Storm's heel right now, if I'm not mistaken.
No, she came in as a baby face.
No.
Yes, she did. Sorry. Apparently, it's disrespectful to the old timers to say baby.
Becky and Bianca, Cam is thinking. I don't know if Becky is going to go to Smack. Well, yeah.
Becky.
Yeah, because
Rollins is.
Rollins is there.
So, I mean, you would rather her. But see, here's the thing. And Cam, please weigh in. You would rather want a Sasha Becky than a Bianca Becky. I mean, Sasha Becky. Oh, God. Sasha Becky. Yeah, I was right. Sasha Becky. Yeah, Sasha and Becky would be a better program for Becky to return to because it's someone she's familiar with.
Hey, quick sidebar. When's the draft?
October, I believe.
Sometime in October, I guess.
Okay, I know we've hashed that out before. I just wanted
we gotta
a
get
reminder.
a final date, and Cam with the numbers.
Okay.
We'll put him on
They
work
probably
for that.
don't have like a final date.
They probably
yet.
don't, but we'll put him on Date Watch. Date Watch, NBC. No.
All right. Well, we can go in. Sasha. Cam weighs in here. Sasha needs to go to Raw in the draft, and do Sasha Rhea. I mean, I'd be cool with Sasha Rhea. The big versus little always works. Because Rhea would be a great base for her.
Yeah, and then you would have Sasha.
And she's tough,
Shayna.
too.
Yeah.
You'd have Sasha Shayna. You'd have Sasha.
I really hope they shake the rosters up like
A lot.
just
Take Shayna down to SmackDown.
just get her the fuck away from Nia, dude. You know what I mean? I'm ready for them I'm ready for them to split up and just
Yeah,
kinda
I think
start doing
Nia's
their
a
own
little
thing.
more ready to be an independent now.
I think so.
So send Nia down to SmackDown.
So Cam just chimed in again via text here. He says, "I've seen October 4th and 8th, or October 1st and 4th.
So October 4th sounds
kind of in
like,
that first 2 weeks of October.
or the first week of October. Oh yeah, 8th. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry. There's 8 days a week.
it's very
in my
close.
life.
Yeah.
There's 8 days a week in my life, bro. I work too hard.
All right, what's next up on the...
Well, the next thing is the last thing, and that is the Universal Championship match: Roman Reigns versus John Cena. Cam.
Man, my heart wants to see Cena, but
Just choked a little.
it's gonna be Roman.
Roman,
But if it's Cena, I would not be mad.
you think they would do that at a SummerSlam, or you think they would wait for a Mania to do that? Because if
Nah, bro, because I mean, Mania, I ain't gonna say Mania's lost the luster, but Mania ain't Mania no more. And Vince said he wanted to do the Mania card / surprises at SummerSlam this year.
yeah, because they got more fans, and I mean,
I hope we get it.
so if
I was
if
going to talk about something too with you, Mike, but we can wait.
Okay. Well, I was going to say, sidebar real quick, since you said that, I think we had the discussion last night, AJ, and I think you were down here too, Kimmy. If The Rock, for whatever reason, does not pan out, I could see them taking the Cena and Roman thing to Mania, and then maybe getting getting Cena that 17th championship at Mania because, Cena got a Cena. You know what I mean? That's what they would do normally. That's what they did with The Rock, And then you could tell that story of Roman now on the chase of like a fucking straight up super killer because he needs to get that title back. Because without that
WrestleMania
title, he's not the
Backlash.
head of the table.
At WrestleMania Backlash.
They could take it to SummerSlam too, though. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
they
you
wouldn't
could,
take it that
you could
far.
take this
So,
the whole year.
If we're talking scenarios, I think if they take the belt off of Roman and John Cena wins, can Big E cash in?
Yeah, he can cash in whenever he wants.
So if we do that, then what that does is basically eliminates the need for John Cena, which is what I
True.
hope happens.
True.
So
Which is what they've kind of foreshadowed a little bit.
if I'm going with storyline, because Big E's already been in Paul Heyman's face, like laughing but not laughing in Japanese style, you know what I mean? So it's like, I wonder if maybe his intention is to cash in between with the Roman Reigns John Cena match. So
Throw
maybe
himself right in the mix.
maybe some shit happens where Paul Heyman tries to get involved and accidentally hits Roman, and then fucking Cena wins, and then fucking Big E comes out and cashes in, and then now Roman Big E is a thing, and John Cena can go fucking home.
And John Cena puts over Big E. Wow. On the 17th. Wow.
John Cena would put over Big E, really.
Yeah.
Because if you want to give
Oh,
John
yeah.
Cena
Yeah,
his championship,
so
he
Cena has
technically would
history.
have won it,
Yeah, true.
but then he
And-
would immediately lose it to fucking Big E, basically, because
I mean,
mean-
I'd be down with that.
Yeah, same.
I would definitely be. Actually,
because now you got Roman Big E, and that throws him right in that main event
Right.
picture, dude.
so that
Right,
was going to
yeah.
be my sidebar, but I thought I'd go ahead and wait for this match to add it
Well,
in.
and if you notice, yeah, they've only got him doing like little. I mean,
Nothing.
They barely keep him on TV, which means they're trying to get him out of our brain.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking actually. That's
So-
brilliant.
I just think Big E's headed to Raw. I think they're gonna get him away from SmackDown.
I want the New Day to be back. I want the New Day back, like the true New Day, the three men.
But my pick for that is Roman Reigns, actually.
Okay, yes, let's get back to it.
So outside of the sidebar of the storyline, where they could go with it, I did choose that they were going to keep it on Roman.
Well, I
Okay.
still haven't given an answer here, but and your little sidebar is like.
I know. I'm like, God damn it! Now I'm thinking. Yeah.
So if I'm right with that, that's
Because-
cool. I didn't pick it, but that's that's
Because
just where my thought.
wholeheartedly, Cena is definitely not walking out of SummerSlam the champion. I just it's the summer of Cena. I get it.
Summer's about to be over,
Summer's
baby.
about to be over. And summer ends with SummerSlam, which sucks because the next day we're going.
Yeah, but
And-
he's already extended longer, didn't he, Cam? Isn't he already coming back after SummerSlam?
Yeah, he's scheduled for the SmackDown after SummerSlam now.
Which wasn't planned before, apparently.
So
So,
he might be at the show, which means I got to wear all this John Cena gear.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
No one's going to see you, bro.
I am. I'm gonna see me.
Bro, if you came, yeah, do you got a John Cena hat?
No,
You need to buy one. I'll buy you one.
at the show.
Yeah, if they got one, I'll buy it for you.
Oh my god, I'm gonna like a
And this is
fucking
why John
clown.
Cena's merch is fucking,
I'm not gonna- Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how that pans out. But
stupid.
so my initial answer, of course, is gonna be Roman. But I mean, I would like to see a cash in. That would be great. Your whole theory of the John Cena, because like I said, like we know, Cena's not, in my opinion, gonna move. I mean, unless he does win it and loses at SmackDown, you know, to Big E or something. But I don't know. I'm just put me down for Roman.
Put you down for Roman?
I do the theory of Big E. If that happens, I'm gonna sit there looking at SummerSlam like,
The only thing is, like, how is Roman losing to John Cena, where Roman doesn't end up looking like,
Weak.
yeah. So
anybody.
if you wanted him to win it,
But see, in John Cena and Vince McMahon's eyes, if you lose to John Cena, like, you lost to the greatest of all time.
Right, there's no shame in that.
Right. So it's like if you lose to Cena, like, you lost to the best ever. So you're.
And
Yeah, you're getting the Cena rub.
Yeah.
Didn't Roman beat Cena the first time?
the idea
I
of
don't know.
losing
Honestly, I
to
don't
Cena
remember.
is getting over is kind of weird.
I know. It doesn't work, by the way.
Bizarre.
It doesn't
okay,
work.
Anyway.
Yeah, because
Okay, so yes, my answer also is Roman Reigns, and I'm hoping that he just comes out, smashes him, stacks him, and pins him, and then sends his ass back to Peacemaker Land.
And still,
But where do you go with him?
Well, and see,
From
that's
that.
the thing, man. Like, if Rock, for whatever reason, does not want to do Mania, this right here would be a perfect scenario to get him back. Because, you know, dude, Cena's come in and he's been arrogant, he's been cocky as fuck, talking mad shit. So if Roman shuts him up real quick and kind of humbles him, he's gonna come back and be like, okay, my bad, I
I mean,
fucked
Cena
up.
always
I
Cena
took him for
always
granted.
plays the humble role on the way out.
Right. So I mean, but you could play that story where he's like, you know, okay, I took him for granted, but that won't happen again, type of shit. And then you could just run that all the way to fucking Mania, because where Roman's like, nah, I fucking beat you. Like, I got no reason to fight you again. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, if you look at it, so to answer the question that we asked, it was at the No Mercy pay-per-view 2017. Roman Reigns did fight John Cena one-on-one. And on that occasion, Roman Reigns defeated John Cena clean.
Wow, there you go.
So Roman's already beat John.
Yeah. And I mean, dude, Roman could even say that shit like next week. Be like, dude, I don't sweat you because I've already beat you. Like, I don't fucking sweat you, dude. You know, because he's playing Joe Cool. You know,
Right. So
Pun intended.
he knows he's already he knows he's already beaten John. I mean, what What does that change anything for anyone?
Nope. I feel like if they're gonna give him the 17th championship, I feel like
No way, dude.
that would be a Mania moment. But like Cam
Does
said,
he need it though? Like, oh my god.
No, John didn't.
WWE needs it. They want that.
We
like,
need another record.
It's a WWE guy who's the most decorated champion of all time.
Right.
You know?
And you know him in the movies, and you know him in the.
Yeah.
Because who is it now currently?
Rick.
Ric Flair.
With
Well,
15?
with
He's
John.
tied. He's tied with John.
Yeah, they want to separate John from the pack.
Yeah.
Officially.
Randy should be in the spot, not John. Just saying. That's just my sidebar.
Well, that's you as a wrestling fan.
True.
As a global phenomenal publicly
It would be
traded
like
company.
it would be the same equivalent of being a Macho over Hogan guy.
I
Right.
just feel like
back in
that's
the day.
disrespectful to Rick.
Oh,
I feel you. I feel what you're saying.
that's a big statement.
Why though?
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
not.
say why.
Like, why do you
Rick-
have to? Because John Cena's okay. I've always been just like how I feel like with The Rock. Like, don't just leave forever and be like, oh, by the way, title match, and now I just have it. It's just kind of annoying to me. I don't, I'm like, don't fucking, lean on nostalgia. It doesn't need to even happen.
I mean, AEW's about to do the same thing with Punk.
I
Super.
didn't. Well,
But it's fresh though.
So
It's
I mean, we got to
different.
keep the same energy.
Right, but John Cena is the same John Cena for the last decade.
he just bebops back and forth. Like, he's like, I'm here, but no, I'm not. And and CM Punk situation is totally different, in my opinion. And the reason why he's not wrestling and all that. So,
But he kind of disrespected what was going on with you. Don't walk out, bro.
I mean, yeah.
You don't walk out. CM Punk, he walked out.
Bro, he was sick.
he was dying,
He was
basically.
fucking he had bad staph infection that they wouldn't fucking do anything about.
That's different than you walking out on a show because you didn't want to do a job.
Well, there was a lot tied into it, and
I
it
hear
wasn't
you,
even
man,
the fact that he didn't want to do a job. It was the fact that he basically left because he's like, bro, Daniel Bryan is the most over dude on the fucking planet in any wrestling, business or company, whatever. And you're over here trying to give us fucking Batista and Randy Orton for your Mania. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you literally have the entire world chanting yes, 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 yes. So he was like, fuck this company. You guys, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
And what happened?
And he left.
No, I'm saying what happened with Daniel.
Yeah, they fucking gave him the chip after that because the crowd just took it over too, man. Like they were like, "No, dude,
Just like Kofi.
this is the guy."
Just
But
like
yeah,
Kofi.
I hear your fucking, your points, and they're valid.
Yes.
But my personal opinion, they don't need John Cena there to lean on. They don't need all that shit. They have
Same.
enough talent within to make it interesting and build storylines that can last, because John Cena's just a temporary. So don't just throw him in there and give him the championship just to get him that record, just to go home.
Yeah,
You don't
I mean,
think he
that's-
deserves
Makes
it?
no.
But the ratings say
Oh,
otherwise.
hold on.
Yeah, the
Hold on.
We
ratings
say what we
boosted.
want, but I mean,
Do you
they're
think the
popping out
ratings is
their
because
biggest
of John
ratings
Cena?
in 2 years?
Yeah, I think he's got a lot to do with it. I mean,
Definitely.
he does have draw power for sure.
Ticket sales are up for house shows because Cena's on them. So I mean, it's
Well, plus two. I mean, it could be his last run. You know what I mean? There's that too,
Yeah,
where
for
it's
sure.
like, hey, if you haven't appreciated Cena, you better do it now because this could be. This
I
literally
think
could be.
I think that's the stage I'm in.
I'm kind of right there too. I've
I've
never been a
did
Cena
before,
guy, but
ever.
you know,
I mean, Cena
I would
always
like to
worked
see
hard.
Cena.
Like I said, he always
Yeah.
worked hard.
I wasn't a
But-
Cena guy big until maybe the second, until it was like 15th. Around like 14th, 15th. Then I was like,
when him and Randy fought.
yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, this guy is just, man, like John, bro. Big match, like JBL said,
But
big match John.
You talk about like tough. Like,
Yeah.
that's a tough son of a bitch, man.
Yeah,
And when Miz and, what's this guy's name, Riley, held him and Miz just beat him with the kendo.
Yeah. No, the elbow when he had the
Oh, the
fucking
football.
damn.
The
yeah.
football.
yeah,
They want
and the crooked nose, bro. His nose was
Yeah, Seth took liberties, bro.
Hey man.
Anyway,
Timing-
no
timing
disrespect
is
to
everything.
Mr. Cena.
Just that'd be the last question I asked. Do you think he deserves it to number 17?
I mean,
it's all subjective.
I can answer while you're waiting, unless you're.
No, go for it.
I think he does, because he's established himself as the guy. Like when you think WWE now, Cena's probably the first person you think of. It's not Hogan. It's not Steve. Like, maybe for us when I think WWE, but when you think WWE, John Cena's like tied right next to it. I mean, he's an ambassador. He's gone to China. He's learned the fucking language.
And
you know what I mean?
he transitioned the name over to Hollywood.
Well, and like you said too, Cam, he's the fucking like he's done the most Make-A-Wishes ever. You know what I mean? So you can't deny his work ethic, and he's the hardest worker ever in the business. You know.
Facts.
So I would definitely give it to him. But I'm with you too, Kimmy.
I'm at that stage in my life where like I don't
Rick,
think about like most world title reigns anymore. Like that's not a thing.
I don't. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I never think about it because I was gonna ask y'all, and we can save it for another show. How different would we look at WWE if there hadn't been 2 titles the last 20 years?
If it was only like the WWE title and no world
There was only
champion,
one title.
There's no.
I wish it was. I wish, dude. That's,
You know how many less of people actually know?
That's what I was saying. Like
Cena
that,
might have
you
gotten
really have to
fired.
like really process and think about that. Like how many
Well, that just shows you the
less
roster is
title
so
reigns.
big.
Does Edge have as many as he's
No,
got?
hell no.
Edge, Randy.
Mark wouldn't have won.
But I mean, we always say the what ifs. Like, what if there hadn't been 2 world titles for 20 years? I mean, that's a huge.
Bro,
that
I can do
changes
some
your
homework
whole-
on that. We could
Yeah,
definitely
we can
have
definitely-
a discussion.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we can definitely look at who would have been over at that time. Who was the champion at that time for both? Who would have been over?
We'll start it from when the point after Chris Jericho unified it, and then once it splits from there, I'll start my journey.
Right, because there was only one champion going up to that.
You know, it would be
Yeah.
interesting if that ultimately ends up changing your mind on, like,
Who's where?
yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'm 100% down.
Yeah,
if
let's
you guys
dive
are.
into that. That would be cool.
Let me write that.
Table that.
I legit like I was thinking about that in my head the other night. Like,
Get the
We'll
numbers.
call the segment "What If."
I'll say this: 2 titles or no titles, John Cena would have still
I
been
was
the name on the
thinking the
marquee.
same damn thing, Cam.
John Cena's name would have still been the motherfucking name.
Cam's
on the
like, let me
marquee.
propose this question so that I can prove my
Prove
point as to why
exactly.
No,
I
I literally,
believe that John Cena
no,
is
in all
eligible.
honesty, though, no, in all honesty, I literally just thought about that. But like, I mean, and Cena has his haters, but like, you go back down, bro. Cena has some of the biggest pops in history. Like the return,
Yeah.
the return of the 8, the number
He's
1
had the
draft
fans,
pick
dude.
on Raw in 05. Like,
All those cheering.
All those.
now them were grown ass
children.
men in the garden.
They used to be kids.
All right. Well, I fucking definitely am looking forward to that segment. So to talk about segments. So do we have anything? Do we have anything else like round table wise that you
We're
want to
gonna talk
discuss
about
for
your
the week?
first show.
You want
the
to talk
first
about
live-
the first show? You want to do that?
Your first ever live show experience for wrestling.
Okay. Yeah, because I had that written down. I didn't say it in the beginning because I wasn't sure if we would get this far or not. So, yes,
And this
that
is
was the other
based
topic.
upon this is based upon because we're all going to some shows coming up. I'm going to one tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Mike and AJ are going to one next week.
Yep.
Kimmy and them went to one a couple years ago with AEW. So we all been going to shows lately.
The only-
Was it a
we're-
couple of years ago?
Yeah, dude, it was right before COVID hit. We
Yeah,
went like,
dude.
and then COVID was like,
Yeah,
shut
COVID
it down.
2 weeks later, everything was
Literally,
shut down.
yeah. We got basically the second to last show, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, who wants to kick it off?
I'll go first.
All
My first show, I was 7. It was a WCW Monday Nitro taping and a whole lot of dark matches because Nitro was only an hour.
Oh, damn.
So it was dark for Nitro, and then the whole arena was lit for the rest of the 3-hour show.
What was the main? Oh, sorry.
It was supposed to be Rick, and Rick was hurt. And it was right after like Benoit had joined the Four Horsemen, so Benoit subbed for him for the world title. I forgot who he was wrestling with. And Rick wasn't supposed to be there, and they announced that, hey, Ric Flair's not going to be here. You can go get a refund. You got till match 2. And then, so a few people left, but not a lot. And then Rick actually did a run-in on crutches later in the night.
Oh, shit.
So,
Okay.
in the dark match segment. So, I mean, he wasn't on TV, but he was there in the dark match. But, I mean, I was 7. Public Enemy was there. It was when the Road Warriors were there at the time. We're in the blue.
Oh,
And
hell
the-
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so Public Enemy. I was so hyped to see Public Enemy. I know that's weird as hell, but looking back as a 7-year-old, bro, Public Enemy was the shit to me.
Throw your hands in the air.
Yeah. They did a table spot right in front of me because I was on the floor.
Oh shit!
It was great. Yeah. I mean, my favorite show ever though was probably my ECW show. Mike, you were at that show.
Yeah, we were at
That
that
was
show
a
together
great
and had
show.
no idea. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
So, what was your first impressions like when you walked in and seen the ring for the first time?
Bro,
Like,
yeah, it's just a feeling that comes. It's still, even as a grown ass man, it still comes over you like
so weird, right?
Yeah.
it's a ring. Yeah, and then seeing the lighting hanging like below, because obviously, like you're in an arena, so like they have the arena. Every arena has a scoreboard on top with a lighting system.
Yeah.
But then WWE's lighting system or whatever wrestling events is hanging like right below the ring.
Yeah.
And it's like it just stands out. And house shows are fun because the wrestlers are so much like more like
Way more
Engaging.
personable.
Yeah.
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 They're allowed to be a little more free with their.
Yeah. They give them way
I
more
remember-
time, all that shit.
Yeah.
I remember when I went a couple years ago, one of the Usos was hurt, and so the other one was doing like tag match. One of the Usos was hurt, and one of the Ascension guys were hurt. The big one from Ascension was hurt. Was that Victor? Victor's-
No, it was the other guy.
Okay, the big one was hurt. So the small one who could actually like really wrestle, they had a one-on-one
Connor.
match, and fucking the Usos music hit, and I think it was Jay. Bro, Jay took like 10 minutes to come out. Like his
Oh,
music
shit.
hit, and that shit just kept playing and playing and playing and playing. And we're like, where the fuck is he? And then he finally comes out, and he's got a water bottle and shit. I'm like, this motherfucker was late.
That's
Probably. So he
hilarious.
just got there, ran to the goddamn.
They're like, dude, your
Yeah.
music is playing right now.
Yeah, like he. I mean, it took him. I mean, it's a house show, so it ain't like no big deal. But bro, like that motherfucker gave us the RVD entrance.
Damn. Dun da 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 for fucking ever. Da, da, da. Yeah, then he finally comes out and then the song ends.
Jesus Christ.
Um,
Hell yeah, man. That's a nice first show.
hell yeah. Monday Nitro is the first show is always cool. Who wants to go next?
I'll go ahead and go because I'm sorry I've been so quiet over here. I was researching real quick because I had to find the actual date of the show that I first went to.
Oh,
Because I'm old as fuck. It was May 20th, 1994.
okay.
It was at MSG. Main event was Brett and Owen
Oh.
for the title. And
So this is a house show, right?
It was a house show. And Brett, I remember Owen wrapping Brett's neck up with the microphone cord and just slamming him on the hardwood floor. And then he threw him into the crowd on my mom.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
you're like right there in the
Yeah, I
bowl.
was in the little front area.
Oh damn!
And like my mom was like, "Get off me!" Like, you know, she never wanted to go to the show ever again. She was like, "This is ridiculous."
Traumatized.
I don't want no sweat and blood on
Yeah,
me.
it was yeah. And I'm sitting there like, this is the greatest day of my life. And it was the first time I actually bought the foam Intercontinental title, my favorite championship ever. And
Nice.
I really wish I still had that to this day because that thing would be worth millions.
I had the world
of
heavyweight
dollars.
one.
Yeah, the Winged
foam
Eagle
one?
Yeah.
It wasn't the Winged Eagle. It was the old Hogan one.
Oh, from like the '84 run.
Yeah,
Ew.
85, 86. Yeah.
Yeah. But that was that was a moment to remember. And then, you know, of course, I always, and I'll just leave it at this little tidbit. My wrestling fandom came from my mom, which is crazy, because one day it was Saturday morning. I was like 6 or 7, and and we're talking like 88, 89-ish. And that's when Superstars used to come on Saturday mornings. And she put me in front of that television. And the first thing I remember, and I got to look it up. One day I'll look it up and find out the exact date. But I remember the exact first thing I ever saw for wrestling. Andre the Giant was at a podium, and Jake the Snake was out there with the damn snake, putting it in front of Andre. And Andre had the podium, and he was scared and was mad. And, you know, and I was like, what is going on right now? Who is this big ass guy, and why is this guy with the snake trying to get him and stuff? And then just continue from there. And every Saturday I remember I was like, Mom, the stuff is the giant is on. The giant is on.
One of my first memories is of Andre the Giant as well, where he's doing like this to, I think it's Mean Gene.
No, it was
oh my God,
the baseball guy.
yeah, Bob. No, not Bob. Bob, yeah, Bob Decker. No,
Bob Euchre.
Euchre.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't remember who he was doing it to, but yeah. Oh yeah, the guy with the white hair.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I can't
And
think
he's
of-
got his. I'm like, God damn, his hands are huge because like,
He's just
Yeah, shaking him like a baby.
yeah, that's one of my things I remember
Yeah.
initially.
And Kimmy, while you're at it, what's your first show?
Okay, so I kind of have two because like one's like an actual first official like licensed show, but my first ever show, my mom, because you know we grew up with very little, she was like, I want to take my kids to a wrestling show. So it was a couple hours drive, and it was literally at a bar, and they had like a backyard area that was fenced in, like just like a normal backyard fence, and so. Like that was attached to the side where people would generally go out to smoke, that kind of area. So it was kind of narrow, and they had a ring set up out there with like 8 rows of chairs with like a middle row, basically. You know what I mean? So it was like
Right.
4 here, and then maybe like 5 or 6 rows deep.
Yeah, it wasn't like.
So 20,
Yeah, it was
20,
kinda
so
small.
about what 25, 30 chairs roughly.
Yeah, I was thinking like 30. Yeah, 30, maybe 40 at the most.
And so you know we walk in with our mom, and we're quite young, dude, because I think I was in like 5th grade maybe at that time.
We were in Minnesota, so maybe 6. I don't know, maybe 6, 7.
Well, because you were in Utah for 7th, so
Okay, well then that would have put me in the 8th grade.
maybe around that time.
Yeah.
All right, so everyone's like, what the fuck are these kids doing here? And everyone's smoking cigarettes, drinking their drinks, you know what I mean? And then finally the show gets started, and we're kind of sitting pretty close up front. And dude, the matches are terrible. The ring is all like shaky and stuff. But the one thing that stood out in my mind is someone from the audience, like while they were having their match, he's like, circumcise him. And in my mind, I'm like, what does that mean? And then I learned. But yeah, it was just like, oh my God, some backyard barbecue type fucking
You
wrestling
went
match,
to
basically.
super indie
Dude,
show.
it was basically like the Colorado Springs shit that we go to. That Colorado
Oh.
Springs wrestling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to CSW.
I should have just said CSW.
I was going to say,
there.
they're actually way more, well, I guess they are in a bar too, but
Yeah.
their setup is a little bit better than what we went to.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
they
on
got
like a
com-
dirt floor.
Yeah, it was
dude.
just
They were
dirt.
kicking sand up everywhere. One of the wrestlers got drunk,
Yeah.
Oh,
and he was
wow.
just being reckless. Yeah.
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 So,
And
but
you
my,
mean the experience, not CSW. CSW
Right.
has done
This
a
was-
great show. Yeah, this is Minnesota.
Yeah, no, this was Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
plus like 25.
Years ago.
Yeah. So. Very, very.
That guy is
And I
dead.
can't even recall if there was, I feel like there was someone there that was of note, but I can't even think of it now.
Like somebody that might have made it.
Or had and didn't, you know what I mean? Someone that we were like, oh, I recognize this person.
Oh, like a name.
Yeah, there wasn't. Fuck, dude.
but
yeah,
couldn't
that-
tell you
I
who,
couldn't
obviously,
tell you.
not important. But
Yeah.
my real actual show, though, was Monday Nitro
Yeah.
as well. It was a taping. And we got to see, like, basically every legend you could ever think of because NWO was at the time. And so we got to see Hogan.
Hogan
and
was the champ. He
I'm
started the show.
So
Yeah.
jealous of
He
him and
started
Eric.
the show with Bischoff, if
Yeah,
I'm
with
not
Eric Bischoff.
mistaken. And
Yep.
so, yeah, we got to see, dude, Macho Man, Lex Luger was there. Like, dude, it was like
Paige,
literally
fucking
everyone.
Yeah, you name it. You name it of the WCW crew. Booker T, Chris Benoit.
We don't have the date pulled up
Disco.
like you do, but
I
It's
don't-
like it was 1998.
okay.
It was like October, November 1998. Yeah.
So that was my first taping, and I remember we were so high up. Like, we're not like bougie like Mr. AJ Mitchell over here.
Oh, come on.
We don't get them
Hey,
floor
you
seats.
said it yourself.
Hey,
You
it's
said
just,
it yourself.
It's just my mom always wanted to take me to a show, and she, definitely saved up. And we're talking at this time, front row tickets were like $130.
Yeah, they're
for
not
a
like they
show.
are today. No.
You know what I mean?
Yep,
Different
yeah.
world. Completely different world.
So yeah, and yeah, bougie AJ Current does look at the $8,000 tickets that we saw earlier and say,
It's not even real life.
Well, I will say it was still fun, even though we were up in the rafters and they had tons of pyrotechnics at the time, so we were dying in smoke the
Dude,
whole time.
oh yeah, that shit rises. Ooh,
Yeah, dude. So, but it was,
And they did it twice because that was during the countdown, wasn't it?
yeah.
So like at the second hour, they would fucking shoot off more fireworks. And
It was
shit,
like,
remember?
good God. But yeah,
And
But-
just on a side note, WrestleMania 20, I sat up there in the big Raptors and saw the ants.
I think
Yeah.
we were in the Target Center, in
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Yeah, where
And
they-
Minnesota-
That's a beautiful.
I was gonna say
It was nice.
Minnesota is a huge wrestling, Minneapolis specifically. Just it's a huge wrestling community, and so I think that's why it gave me more interest, because to me the live show is what really pulled me in. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, this is fun.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, you're
Like-
very interactive. Like, yeah.
I'm like, let me get an NWO teddy bear with a little T-shirt because it's so cute. You know what I mean? But
And you're right. Minnesota is wrestling legends.
So yeah, everyone's just fucking loud, and it was crazy and fun. So
Yeah, it's super wrestling friendly there. Like, everybody's a fan.
It's super wrestling.
It is,
We
man.
got to open up a shop up there.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Minnesota.
there you go.
Don't go outside.
Don't go.
Cold day.
It's cold.
Man.
I think it's gonna snow.
They're
That's
gonna
awesome.
get mad at us.
That's awesome that you guys like spent a lot of time out here in the West Coast. See, I'm an East Coast guy, so I've lived in Georgia. Well, you guys lived in the East Coast
Dude,
as
I
well.
lived on the East Coast most of my life.
Oh, wow. Jesus.
I lived on the West Coast for like the first 8 years of my existence, and then
I've literally been all over the.
All over the country?
Born in California, moved to Minnesota, lived in Georgia, Ohio, Massachusetts.
Yeah, you've touched
Colorado.
it. You've touched
Here.
it all. This is the furthest west I've ever been.
I'm like, I started west, went east, and was like, let me settle somewhere in the middle, because
I
I like the
both.
climate over here.
yeah.
Well, actually, no. The furthest west I've been is Vegas, because when we went to Vegas, that was officially that popped the I've gone further.
All right. So on to Mike.
Mike, yeah, your first wrestling live show.
Well, guys, my very first wrestling live event happens to be the granddaddy of them all, and that's WrestleMania 7.
Ah, see, bougie.
That was my very first ever live show.
Hey, wasn't that the one where the war was announced
yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
with Sarge?
Yeah, Slaughter and Hogan. Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, we missed the intro, so, like, we didn't see Willie Nelson sing, and we walked in as the first match was going on, which I think was the Rockers and...
Damn, you missed
The
the
Japanese.
Rockers entrance.
Yeah, I missed
man.
their entrance.
Of course, you relate.
Yeah, you know, Pops and Uncle Dude,
They
the
had
two
to
people
pregame
that...
first. They're like, hey,
Yeah. The two people that hate the goddamn shit the most. But no, we went there and I had the Legion of Doom shirt. Had some fucking Hulk Hogan goddamn wristbands. And
You were open like a motherfucker, weren't you?
dude, that was like, well, yeah, because I was a big fan by then. Because WrestleMania 5, the first thing I remember was when Savage and Hogan had that whole fight backstage with Liz on the damn table. You know
oh,
what I
that's
mean?
funny. So you and Cam were both 7 then when you
Yeah, I was
saw
7.
your first show.
Yep, 7 when I went to go see my first show.
That's
Wow.
cool.
But yeah, walking into WrestleMania, dude, it's like, holy shit, like,
Yeah.
this ain't even real. Like, what the fuck? I wish I could remember it better, of course, because I was so young. But
I remember
I
having
vividly
that,
remember,
like,
but
I was gonna say I remember having that like sibling envy where they're like, we're gonna take Mike to WrestleMania, and I'm like, what? Why don't I get
why
to
don't
go?
I
And then
go?
he comes home with like the Legion of Doom shirt and stuff, and I'm like, "Ah,
yeah, had the bandana and shit.
I know it's his birthday. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I have no idea what they paid for those tickets. I think it was like $50.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you know,
No,
you're
it was cool,
a little
though.
bit higher up. But yeah, the thing I took away from that the most was I seen the Hart Foundation and the Nasty Boys. And then, of course, Hogan, right? Because as soon as his
Right.
music hits, like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Like, it's a feeling that, you know what I mean? You know how it is. Hey, let me ask y'all a question. Is there any place outside of a pro wrestling live event where you feel at home? Like, is there anywhere else where you're like, of course, like maybe like Mom's house or some shit, but is there anywhere else where you feel more at home
Just so
than the
comfortable.
pro wrestling
Yeah.
environment?
You know why? It's just because you know that everyone's like-minded.
Yeah.
Like, because you go to a sporting event and it's like there's still that like tension.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
No, fuck your no.
I don't know. Like, when I was on the baseball field, I felt very at peace. Like, in all seriousness, because like I never really thought like I had a lot of confidence in anything, but like when I walked on that field, I knew I was a bad motherfucker. So like I always had that confidence on the baseball field.
I want your
But
three
yeah,
best
that's
pitches the next
probably,
time you
that's
come.
probably the next closest for sure.
Yeah, man. Like, as soon as you walk in and you see the ring and then the vibe, you're just like, oh, dude, like, this is where I belong. These are my people. You know what I mean?
Well, and it's so fun because it's all about fan involvement and all that stuff too. So it just gives you the opportunity to
Yeah.
let loose a little bit and have some fun.
Yeah. Let
So,
your
yeah.
hair down, so to speak.
I agree 100%. As a person who's been in the ring, that bro, there's no euphoria for it. I mean, it's
I could still beat you. I'm kidding.
That is a list.
But seriously.
Hey, that little shitty wrestling show he went to though in Minneapolis was the first time I actually like touched the ring.
Yeah.
That was the first time I grabbed the ropes and actually like, how soft is this? I was like, oh, this is like wrestling mat. Okay.
so Mike actually helped move a ring.
Yeah, I did. I almost fucking
We almost
goddamn
died.
gouged my eyeball
Yeah.
out.
Good God.
How?
Bro, so remember they had the bungee cords.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they had it wrapped around in a way where I didn't see it. So it was wrapped around multiple times. This thing I didn't see it. So when I unhooked it, it fucking like slung around and went pow and hit me like right under my cheek.
Oh my God.
And I just no-sold the fuck out of it, even though I had this giant welt just forming right under my eye.
You're like, no, I'm fine as it's visually getting worse.
I'm sure somebody's seen it, but I just played it off like nothing. But yeah, that shit came around and was like, pow! And I was like, oh
my
Jesus
God.
Christ. I'm glad they didn't hit me in the fucking eyeball.
Jesus, sorry I didn't know.
See?
I was a little
no-sold it, man.
I was a little out of my mind at that time. So
a little. Just
just a
There
little.
are moments in your life, though, where it hurts really bad, and you're like, I can't react right now.
no, because yeah.
Well, shit, that ring almost fell on my foot. That would have, I
Dude,
would have
that's
died.
fucking. That was how many people? How many people were helping
I
move
think
that motherfucker?
25 of us were
At
on there.
least.
At least
It was like
25.
all the students.
Yeah, all the students.
Us, whoever the crew was that was doing like the fucking,
Are they just trying to pick
commentating
it up
and all
and
that.
walk it with it?
Yeah.
we literally
we
picked
picked
it up
up
and just
and
kind of
just
shifted it,
walked.
set it down.
Yeah.
Picked it up. Dude, that fucking ring was
Why?
a beast.
They just
need
thought you
to-
just have to move it over out
Yeah,
of
they
the
Yeah.
had to move it out the way.
Well, because with COVID, they had to be somewhere isolated, so they were using
the baseball.
it was like a
Bro,
training
get
facility.
some
Yeah.
fucking... Just lift it up and put it on a little caster wheel and roll that
Dude,
bitch.
that
like,
shit is like a ton. It felt like lifting up
The caster
two
wheels would have
car.
been way easy.
yeah, hello?
Dude,
They're just
we-
like, let's
we-
just get 40 men and we'll inch by inch
Yeah, that's how it
lift it
felt,
and move it.
dude.
Like, just
That's-
put it on wheels.
We've legit moved a car easier than
You should just
moving a
message
fucking
them and be
wrestling
like, hey,
ring.
if you guys are still doing this, here's a link to some fucking caster movers for like furniture. There you go.
Oh yeah.
It would be fucking super helpful. Get 4.
Then those big ass lights. Remember the big ass lights we had to take down?
Yeah. That was a
Anyway.
whole fucking production, man.
So we paid our dues. Me and Mike
Yeah.
did. We paid our fucking dues.
I know Cam mentioned his favorite show. Did you guys have one that you want to throw
Oh,
in
my
there?
favorite show. Oh wow. Oh, my favorite show ever, dude.
I know mine.
Oh, go for it. He's still thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite show was Survivor Series when John Cena and The Rock.
2012.
Yeah, when John Cena and The Rock. Yo, first of all, I'm all over that. Hashtag me if you go back and watch that. You can see
Hashtag me.
You can see me. RKO sign, that's me. The Rock white sign, that's me. CM Punk was the title, that's me. Yeah, I was all over that show. But no, that was a great. I just liked it because at the time Zack Ryder was really big. You know what I mean? So when he came out with Dolph, that was cool. The Rock stayed after the show went off the air and gave us all like a little cool, like, yeah, Zack Ryder, yeah, he's cool and stuff like that, and you know, thanked everybody.
Then he
for coming
wasn't he
up there.
like, yeah, Zack Ryder, woo woo woo.
Yep, yeah.
And then, yeah, like he did it. And he's like, yeah.
He's
I
like,
seen
yeah, he's
that.
like, he's big. He's gonna be big. He's gonna, yeah, you lied. But the overall show, just, I saw a lot of people there that I wasn't like. A lot of legends were there. A lot of like cool radio. You know, it's Survivor Series, so you know I'm getting to see the 10-on-10s. You know what I mean? And you know, Alberto, CM Punk won the title that night. Mark Henry had just came off that thing where him and Big Show broke the ring, so you know, and they had just redid the Garden because it was at Madison Square Garden too. So Madison Square Garden is like really like to my heart because the Barclays Center over there is really better. Don't get it, like the Barclays Center is awesome, but the Garden, bro, the Garden's like
It's the pinnacle, man.
you in the Garden, boy.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no. So that Survivor Series is probably my best because I remember that vividly. I mean, I went to WrestleMania 29. Don't know what happened after the Shield fought Big Show, Sheamus, and Randy. and that started the show.
Like, nope.
Yeah, too much tequila, and I was trying to run to the bathroom, and the Shield was coming out, and I was just like, I cannot wait, and I'm like,
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Hey man. No.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Yeah. So my favorite show was my first Monday Night Raw, which we were all at. So
That was your first Raw?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So to me, I thought it was a cool experience because number one, we're all together, so obviously,
Yeah, that was super
just
fun.
the camaraderie, you know what I mean? And it's Monday Night Raw, so I've been wanting to go to that show since literally it started.
Okay.
So
No.
yeah, because it's like, well, shit, I went to Mania on my first one. It's like, fuck,
Yeah, you
that's
can't top
that's
that.
hard to top, dude. You know, but Monday Night
That's
Raw was.
probably, but that was arguably maybe the worst Mania ever.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's
It's in the
ain't
bottom
wrong.
5%.
It's pretty. It wasn't great. Yeah, it definitely wasn't.
Hogan must pose, baby.
I mean, Andre was on that show too. Yeah, so that was mine. That was my favorite.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Plus, we all had our belts. It was great.
Kimmy,
All right,
to wrap things up.
to wrap
Kimmy.
things up, Kimmy.
My personal favorite, also because it was just such a large group of us, and it was super fun and a new experience, was the AEW show.
Yeah.
That one was great too.
Dude,
Jake
that
the
was so
Snake.
much fun. Like, honestly, and my mom got shit faced, and that was great. Like,
Yeah.
it was just the best, you know.
So did AJ.
It was great. Just
Got
find my
lost
mom
walking
wandering around. She's like, I'm like, where are you sitting? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, oh, okay.
We got to sit right behind that guy who was doing the professional pictures too. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we were kind of over by the production area.
production area.
But dude, yeah, it was a good show. Plus, Jake the Snake fucking showed up on
yeah,
that show,
dude.
which was
Shit, you
Totally
guys got on
unexpected.
camera
We
when
did.
Dean Ambrose came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, Mike was super marking out. He's like,
dude. He was
Mr.
too.
B.
Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh, he's
it was awesome. Though.
adorable.
So, I mean, this will be something cool we can do one day. We can check the boxes of every show that we've been to. Like, we've been to a Raw, we've been to a SmackDown, we've been to a
Live event.
Yeah, you've got to be a live event. You guys have been to WCW and ECW. I've never been to either one.
That ECW show is like right there.
It is right there.
It's like right there between one. It's like 1A, 1B because that
I
show
will
was
say,
great.
if not for AEW, that would be my choice.
Really?
Bro, Sandman was so over.
Dude,
My
yeah.
God.
The energy in that building was just crazy. Like, actually
Fucking
crazy.
Tommy
Yeah.
Rich got people thrown out because they threw beer on him
Oh, my goodness.
when he was with the full-blooded Italians.
I
that
love
show
getting
was
beer
great.
thrown on me. That was great.
See, and I was so stuck on WWE, WWF, you know what I mean?
Were you like one of those like turn your nose up at it?
Yes.
Like WCW.
WC. You watching that wrestling? Ugh.
I already told you I wasn't a huge WCW fan, but
Yeah.
which is funny because when we were talking about Ric Flair earlier, to like circle this whole conversation back to the beginning, when he was in WCW, I'm like, God, dude, just fucking retire. You're old, dude. Like, you're so old.
Wow.
Get the fuck off TV. Like,
And-
back then I thought Ric Flair was too fucking old. And so now it's like, oh, you might show up in AEW. I'm like, here we go.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Ric Flair at that time was AJ Styles' age right now.
Isn't that insane?
Yes.
Well, and
it is.
also
It
I
is.
was like a preteen / teenager.
Yeah.
So I'm also like, oh my God, he's like 40, so old.
It's like my grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
Look at his hair. It's all white, but it's bleached, obviously.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's weird though, because back in those days, people looked older than they were.
well, it's funny
Well,
though
Arn
too.
Anderson's been like 800 for like the last
Ever. Yeah, since he was
yeah.
born.
But yeah, well, going back and watching it now though, I'm like, oh wow, he's not as old as I remember him looking. Do you know
Look
what
at
I'm
that
saying?
dapper young man right there.
Yeah, totally. I'm like, wow, he's so
His
young.
40s.
Look at him. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway,
All right. Well,
I guess that's it for the day.
does anybody have anything else to close this show out? Cam, any breaking news? Has the ratings come out for Rampage yet?
No, I haven't seen him.
Damn. Well,
Not
they
yet.
missed it. They missed their opportunity to get Cam's corner segment.
Mike, I was gonna ask you. You was bitching about WWE having the same look. How do you feel about Rampage having the same set as Dynamite?
Yeah, that's the same shit over and over. Because even their pay-per-views they kind of adopted that same set. I'll be curious to see if they ever change that. You don't think so?
No, it'll be a staple. They probably will. I mean, I liked how they had it with Cody's entrance, how the middle opens up and stuff. So maybe incorporate that a little bit more. But yeah, definitely do some set designs. I mean, even if you have like everybody has their own set, there's 3 sets you got to create.
Yeah.
And a 4th one 2 sets you got to create technically because AEW Dark is just literally that the ring.
It's just the dark matches. Yeah, they could do that. They could use that.
But yeah, definitely have a different set.
Rampage should have. They should have introduced like a different.
They should have took an old school SmackDown or old school Nitro.
There you go.
Was Rampage live?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Because I mean, they were in the same building. They were in Dynamite. So
yeah, but it's a different
it said
day.
live on the screen.
Yeah, it's
so.
a different day though. If you look at the packages that they sell for the tickets, you can buy like a 3-day package where you get Dynamite.
I think you get like meet
Rampage.
and greets and shit too,
Yeah,
right?
you get a meet and greet and you get the pay-per-view for this one United Center that's happening or whatever the all out pay-per-view weekend.
All out, yeah. It's at the United Center on September 5th.
Yeah,
they announced that yesterday.
So you're doing. So they're going back.
So you might not get Punk. You might not get Punk until then.
Yeah,
I know a lot of people
that's
thinking
fine.
next week, but
everybody's
get
thinking it
Punk
might
till
be next
September.
week, man.
I mean, I could see where
They wait.
Well, I thought that was the only show in Chicago. I didn't realize they were going back to Chicago for the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I was reading this morning like details
make
on his
sense?
contract that he's going to wrestle 10 to 12 times a year.
Wow.
And that's only 2 weeks away though, if you think about it.
Yeah.
September 5th is 2 weeks, so you wait another week.
Yeah, because you want to have
Build anticipation.
the anticipation. Yes, build the anticipation for his arrival.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because he's going to
That
be
show,
on Stars.
that
on
show
the
might draw. That
Yeah.
pay-per-view might sell some tickets.
Oh, fucking dude! As soon as that cult of personality hits, dude, the crowd is gonna.
You think that'll be the song?
Explode. That might be one of the biggest
Yeah,
pops
I
ever.
think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I
the
mean,
band
why
that
wouldn't
sings
he?
it, their Twitter followed AEW.
Yeah, and they definitely ain't giving fucking WWE the rights to their music. So
Hell no.
I mean,
WWE's dumb for not taking the rights to any of them. Anyway,
they're just fucking dumb all around.
yep.
They're too stingy with their money. They're like, oh, we
I
don't
wanna
want to
pay
buy
you.
the
I don't
rights to
wanna pay
this.
you.
Yeah.
Just write the song. Well,
They didn't even buy the rights to their own fucking music
Idiots.
that they had people write for them. So
Anyway,
yeah. Anyway,
on that note,
are we done? Do we need to?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Cam, you got anything else?
I have no peace.
Nah, man, I'm good. Till next week.
We'll see you next time right here, live and in color.
on the MACKDOwn podcast.
Does anybody want to give your socials?
Oh.
Socials.
Your
Oh
social
yeah,
medias?
the MACKDOwn podcast.
Oh.
It's just MACKDOwn. He's like socials.
Where can we find y'all at on the
No,
socials?
I don't want to give people my social security number. The fuck are you talking about?
Well, you can.
817. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
It's not even
I thought she was.
It's not even the first. Yeah.
I was like, oh.
555.
5555.
Yeah, 55555. All right. Well, you can find us at MACKDOwn Podcast everywhere except for Facebook.
Coming
Facebook.
soon to Spotify and.
Yeah, that
iTunes
will definitely be
and all that.
happening.
But find us on YouTube for now.
At MACKDOwn Podcast. Let's get the follows going. Let's get the train rolling.
Like and subscribe, baby. We'll see you next time right here. Ring the bell.
Still listen to the radio?
I mean, sometimes.
That's still a thing?
And I also made fun of Keith Lee, and I still don't feel bad. So
Keith Lee is not the man.
he's not the guy.
He's not the guy. Can I get 2 claps and a Ric Flair? Woo!
I'm gonna turn your volume up just a smidgen. AJ, go ahead and give me some AJ.
Ooh. Well, if you want some AJ, I can definitely oblige there, kind sir.
You heard about his Thursday nights. Be careful.
Today.
And
Wrestling history.
got it weird.
It's like
History.